All right. This is another reality check. It's not actually a reality. I call this reality check when I should call it just a testimony. Reality check is when I have videos where I just kind of talk about what they've just done to me, and testimony is gonna it's a testimonial where I talk specifically about how they want me to perceive things. They do a lot of manipulation, as I said, and I've continues to say that. And the funny part is they use the same thing, the same tactics, same consistently. It's basically a psychological game where they try to break you down, right? And they're of course in a situation where they're doing things remotely, which makes them feel like they can distance themselves from reality, and their job is really to push away reality and create this false reality. Um and so it's just funny to me when I listen to these people talking and coming up with the reality they've created. I talk to perps and realizing, wow, you truly have to dumb yourself down. A grown intellectual woman would really make themselves damn near childlike in the logic ways. And I can see them in their mind try to like rationalize the obviousness of what they're part of. I hear these people talk about, you've raped, you've done, like, I'm listening to people who in the program will literally rape women till they kill themselves, and they want me to pretend that I don't know that these people are trying to avenge anybody. I pray for the woman they claim that I raped. I pray for the woman that they say that they're doing it for, because I know what will happen to her. Her life will be destroyed. I'm talking to people involved in some of the worst things impossible possible. Just quick simple. Sometime I forget how bad things are in regard of what they do.
Technology application that is being used on me. I now experience involuntary limb movements. I receive stingings. I get pains to my head, to my abdomen, to my vaginal area, and to my anal area. I am receiving from a language.
Somebody says it's war, right? You understand? This is a woman who talks about the type of torture she's getting. You obviously hear some sexual torture. To block it out, to come up with a reality, is like, oh, it's war. What kind of war is that? And then you hear these people talking about my frame. Are you gonna live in a cell? You're gonna die in a cell? Something like that. To block out these things that they're in this program that does this to women. It's just disgusting when I hear them try to create this facade of progressiveness when they involve in this. It's crazy how like with me, like, that's when everybody can be subscribable to this nonsensicalness. You hear these people try to present themselves as certain people. They have completely deluded themselves into a reality that's so falsified. On top of that, I know who put me in this program. They can't even speak about a man that, just because the nature, the reason why I'm in this program, they have lived a reality that's completely falsified. Me, in the meantime, that's why I continue to have this testimony over and over and over. Now, let's put things back in perspective. The people who put me in this program, and race was a strong reason behind this. These people are trying to take away reality that these people put me in this program and try to be like, oh, we're doing it for this person, a person that would destroy the same way this woman talked about how she's getting destroyed. You know, the disgusting thing is the ways they create these stories and these pedophilia things. This is the most disgusting. Yesterday, I was showing you. Somebody sent me a video, a picture of some baby, and they try to make me imagine them in this disturbing sexual way. Mind you, I have a profile where I'm holding this baby, this toddler that I saw growing up. So all of a sudden, what that happened? What happened there? You know, they keep saying I'll talk because what they're doing is, some point I will now have the ability to talk. Understand that. That's why I'm talking now and recording what I'm saying. Because one day maybe I will now be able to speak. And so when they do these things where they use they try to make me think of this baby in a disturbing way, in this pedophile ways. When you see me holding a baby in my own profile and try to like what happened there? Oh, you guys weren't matching? They're disgusting. That's what they do. And then I try to go back. I remember I made a video a while ago. It's been over 2 years now. It's over 2 years about I used to be almost obsessed with this girl. I used to we dated or we somewhat looked like we were dating, and I would say I was close to falling for this girl, ending up not working out. Always looking forward to having a day where I could get my chance to talk to her again. Because when I was with her, I was in college. I was not able to be. I was not financial stable. I was, and I always wanted to be with, like, see her when I'm a little bit more successful. And I will always follow her pages and everything else. And one day she blocked me. But I remember when we were dating, I remember her family. I used to go to her place and whatever. And I remember going on the Instagram page and I saw her little sister now being almost as tall as her, if not taller. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the little sister. Look at her. She's growing up, and me just being just watching people's life. I'm like, okay, looking, not even following, but looking at her sister to and see her life like anybody would do. But they've tried to make me think that, oh no, you wanted the sister. The sister's what is what you want. The sister, the sister. And mind you, the sister at that point was like about to be an adult or something like that. She was like something like that, or she was an adult or something like that. She was about. But to me, I'm like, oh, this is the little sister, the little girl. Now look at her being almost grown. At that point, she was like, and to be honest, it would do nothing to me. But it was just me looking at somebody. I remember being a small person and now growing up. Now they try to be like, oh, you know, that's what you wanted. Of course, because of her age, because she was like just becoming an adult or something, like just about to be 18 or something like that. It's like, oh, that's what you want, huh? That's what you want. And by the way, then the sister that I'm actually interested in, blocked me. And then so I would at that point I'll be okay. She blocked me. Oh, maybe she's on the sister page. And that'll be it. So when I'll go into my like last search, she'll be there. I see the sister. Okay, what's going on with her? But okay, good. That's now it's yeah, they try to see you want her. It's disgusting. And when they were messing with me, I remember, like they were like, "How old was she?" I was like, "Are you serious?" And they almost made me like search. I mean, they made me search for her, try to find out. And there's one like Google thing where she was like, talking to her father and things like that. And now they try to give me stimulation at that moment where she's with her voice and give me stimulations and try to create some weird sensation. It's a lot of manipulations that was it's just bizarre, bizarre. And they're like, "Oh, high school, that's what you want." She's so delusional. They're so delusional. While they can speak about Lee Den, right? That's the code name for the person that they can speak about. This person.
The assistant DAA. They're singing about sex from young girls. And don't forget, he did that while he was assistant.
They can say his name, and me, they'll have to create a whole narration, force me to have stimulation on some recording of her voice. It's just disgusting because they're trying to create my memories of that. In this new version, they leave off a reality they create themselves. That's why when I say, of course, it will be reimbursed. Of course. Because you are currently living off a reality that is falsified. You are creating a reality that's created, that's manipulated. So, of course, as you play God, it's only a matter of time that you will be reminded who you really are. And they use these childlike people who are like, oh, we're God. And they're supposed to agitate me, right? Because they do things to also agitate people. But we all know people who call themselves gods. Usually, it's just a matter of time. And they keep telling me that there's somebody waiting for you, or he's gonna be you're gonna be their vagina, or you're gonna or the other whatever's gonna happen to me, the horrible, cruel things that's gonna happen to me. I'd rather than live the way they live. Can you imagine a grown man or woman that have to dumb themselves down to force you to think in this disturbing way? Now they created a stimulation of a voice of this girl because she sounds like actually that was my first time hearing her, and she sounded like your typical like late teen kind of person talking to her father. And apparently now this is become, oh my gosh, that's such a turn on. Delusional. And they give me stimulation right now. They completely leave off a reality that they put together, right? And this is so sad. They stimulate me so much on the randomness, nonsensicalness. I think I'm gonna call this voice sexual stimulation, because this is how bad things are in my mind. They have control of your brain and those these disturbing things. And it's funny how they try to make me think like, oh, you're insane. Of course I'm insane, in the sense that you are manipulating me to make me lose my mind. And I'm recognizing this nastiness and this nonsensicalness that you guys do. um and I wonder, are they how sane are they for them to be acting this way? And I think that's why they block it out and tell themselves they are war, to be able to be this level of insanity. um and talking to somebody who put herself in this situation, and I hear, they tell me, oh, they hate me. It's like, you don't hate me. You hate the fact that I'm bringing reality to things that you don't want to. You hate that I'm listening to testimonies and bringing things up, like, and you hate me that I'm not letting you live your fantasy. You hate me because of things like that, like this.
very sick and in a lot of pain. I had already been denied a rape kit when I owned my house, and woke up, and my hair had obviously been pulled out and there were earplugs in my bed. And I felt like someone had done something. I went to Palos Community Hospital, um, under the directions of a non compromised police officer who told me that if anything happened, to go right to the hospital. So I did. And I had a compromised doctor who treated me like a third rate citizen and said she would give me an STD test and a drug test. But she refused me a rape kit. And so I had already been kind of traumatized with hospitals anyway.
Like, this is the people talking to me. This is the people talking to me, make it sound like they care about women, and when they involve in this, her story is just disturbing. But she's not the only one, and they want me to be like, no, we're doing for this woman that you don't care about that woman because you would torture her. I pray for this woman. I will never let you guys speak for her. They used to make me feel like, oh, we try to have an argument. Did you do something wrong? Like, listen, if I did stories like that, and this is the same people that call themselves target individual, which they are, because her stories are so. I know she's not lying, because certain things she describes. She here. This one thing here that, I knew the second she said that she was not like coming up with these things.
In all the worst ways possible. I kind of nervous about like what the hell he was doing out there because he was kind of a sinister. He was real creepy, and they had all of a sudden, I had been there like 4 or 5 days. And the night before I was attacked really bad, I noticed a maintenance man about 10 or 11 o'clock at night messing with all of the lights up and down the hallway. And I'm sorry, I get kind of a,
This thing with messing with the lights in the hallways, I remember somebody, a perp that I was with, she was literally doing the same thing, and then and I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What are you doing?" Like I was confused. It's like, what? You don't know, turn it on. It's like I didn't know, and I'm like, "Oh, this is the things to do." She would just look at me and turn on the light and turn it off and look at me. I'm like, "What?" And this is not the first time. So I'm like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, this is systematically done." So I know this woman is telling the truth in regard of her being a target individual because I've experienced that. And then of course the rest of the story, she says that she wakes up from this hotel room bleeding from all the holes. Right, you can only imagine. And she talks about when she tried and sorry being sick, not being able to walk properly or feeling hurt or something, and being disgusted or something, sick. Now, this person, they're trying to talk about this person that they claim that they're doing it for. The people involved in this, and they try to make it. Oh no, this no no. Listen, you are involved in this. I will never let you speak for this woman. You are here coming up with your own narrations. You don't care about reality. You don't care about this woman. You torture women and you play the feminist. And they're like, oh, you're nothing. Then what is she? A something? So if she's a something, why aren't you help? Like, why are you in this program doing these things to these people? And I know this trash. I involve in this program that does these things to women. I know some of this trash doing this to me have done these things to women one way or another. Have tortured women, and they're like, "Oh, you're nothing." I'd rather be a nothing like her. I'd rather get raped and be like her than having to live the life that you live and pretend that you're doing it for women. And I pray for this woman that you claim that you're doing for, knowing that you can destroy her life the way you destroy this woman, rape her the way you guys rape this woman, torment her the way you torment this woman, refuse her a rape. I cannot let them live their fantasy. I understand why I'm here. I understand what you're truly here for. Right? I'm one of these people where you come up with your own fantasy, you try to create this assistant DAA when persona. Well, you can't even say the name of that. Well, on top of that, you guys are filled with pedophiles. So I don't know, in their mind they thought, okay, you know what, we want to participate too and we enjoy, like, and they try to make it seem like I'm for with I can do it to him, but I'm not going to do it to that woman. But you're in a program that does that to women, and your colleagues, some of them have done it, if not most of them, have participated in torturing children and women. They are delusional. Not with me. Maybe these people are like thank me for that, because they're like, yeah, this